The little white butt. Actually, it's light brown. Anyway, it's about 6:40, 50 degrees. I think I'm staying home today, chasing bikes anyway, I don't think. I did that one yesterday. It's weird how it's 2 hours and 8 minutes, but I was gone like, let's see, 9, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 1, 2, 3, like 7 hours. So it's a 2 hour and 8 minutes, but it took me 7 hours. Because you get there, and that takes a few minutes, and you might have to stop for fuel. I don't understand it. Whenever something's like 2 hours away, you plan on at least 5 hours. And it was even longer than that. So, had a pretty good, I tell you, LSD, listen, see, do, listen to that Holy Spirit inside you. Do what you see it do, say what you hear it say. Well, I kind of got that yesterday. A couple instances was pretty cool. I had forgotten coming back from Charlotte to here that I was gonna never take that way again. I was always gonna split off on this other highway, 74, and that was the way to come home. But I'd forgotten about it, and all of a sudden my GPS pops up, says take the next right, and I look up and it was that highway. So I went, made that turn, and I thought, awesome, this is exactly what I wanted to do. But then I had a GPS, Garmin, and my phone both telling me directions because I like to back up, and the Garmin and the phone kept telling me turn right, turn left, turn right, turn left for 20 minutes at least, or 15 anyway, or maybe 10. It just kept trying to get me to turn. It was trying to route me back to the highway I was just on. But I just felt like I listened. Keep going. You know this road is right. Keep going. And it kept trying to get me business 74. Turn here. Business. No, just keep going. Right, Coop? Yeah. And so I just kept going, and finally the GPS just shut it up and agreed with the direction I was going, which is much better. And then somewhere in between there, my phone one came on and said, you've been rerouted to this direction because of the other highway was having a traffic jam. That's why it popped up and told me to take this at the last second. And boy, when that happens, take it, because that happened to me up in North Charlotte, somewhere. I was coming into the city, and it just said, I think it just said turn. They don't tell you why. I wish they would. It said turn, so I did. It was like a last second turn, and I turned, and I went down a couple blocks, and then said get back on the highway. So I went back on the highway, and I could see to the left that the interstate was completely blocked. If I'd have stayed in that, I would have been in it, and it took me around it. So now when my GPS says, better route, but you got to think it through, though. You still got to think it through, because a lot of times it'll still send you somewhere stupid. I even got a road atlas, and yesterday I almost had to use the road atlas because it really looked like it was sending me the wrong direction. Both GPSs were, phone and GPS, Garmin, and I pulled over to actually look at the map. Coop, come on. And which only gets you to the city. You have to have local maps or anything closer. But somehow when I pulled over, it made some kind of I was able to shrink the map on the phone, and I could see it was actually going where I knew I needed to go. So I didn't have to look it up on paper. But I'll tell you what, start trusting these GPSs and shit, and they go out, you're screwed. So I highly recommend getting a GPS for one thing, but then because it works off satellite direct, and your phone is kind of going through the phone service, I guess. But also I recommend getting a current atlas. It's not practical to get maps from every city you're going to, because that'd be crazy. But at least the atlas will get you, if you get off your track, it'll at least get you, you can, if you can find a, well, I guess you'd have to find a major highway or something. I don't know. At least it would, you could get your bearings, I guess, but you'd probably still have to keep driving until you saw some kind of major sign, so you know what fucking city you were in. So, anyways, I guess my point is, know where you're going and really check out the route beforehand, and even write down directions. Or I think you can take a screenshot or something, and that way, if everything goes to hell, you can just look up, see a street sign, and you can figure it out. So I used to be pretty good with a map. So anyway, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Everything's happening. It's all going forward. We are going to have heaven on earth. I believe there might be like 3 or 4 different earths, according to your belief. If you believe you're going to the heaven on earth one, you'll go there and your family with you. There'll be a version of your family, whether they're asleep or not or whatever, they will be in that reality. So you won't know the difference. All you know is you're going to the timeline you want. And then they, the sleepers, will go to a timeline that they can believe in, and they'll have a version of me and whoever else actually left. And it's, I believe it's going to be seamless. You won't know the difference. So a lot of these sleepers are just not going to go with you. They're going to go to their thing that they've chosen to go to. And there's nothing you can do about it, especially at this point. Just smile, and that's it. Just smile and give the dog some fake cheese. Oliver, what are you eating? How gross. Come here. Ollie. Ollie. Cannot be good for you, no matter what it is. Come on. So I think that's probably how it's going to, in Revelations it says one man will take off and the other one will be left in the field. I don't think that's the way it's going to go down. That's symbolic. What it's trying to tell you, maybe, is one's going to go to a different timeline and not know the difference, and you're going to go to your timeline and not know the difference. But the bottom line is, see a picture of a positive future that you want for yourself, and that's the timeline you're going to be in. So, since the on heaven, earth on heaven as it is in heaven, it'll be here on the earth. And money's no object, and you'll be completely healthy in any age you want to be. I'd say pick that one. Stay vertical.